What up, folks? I'm back once again doing another video game review, and this time I'm reviewing Sonic the Hedgehog for Sega Genesis by Sega. And Sonic is one of the most iconic video game characters in the today, along with being one of the most respected franchises in the video game market. Now, the part of the game is that Sonic is on a mission to stop Dr. Robotnik from taking over the world. But now he's known as Dr. Eggman. Uh, Sonic the Hedgehog is divided into 7 stages. That's pretty much divided into sections, pretty much 3 at the most, depending on which stage you're talking about. And the stages are called zones. And there are items that you can get from jumping on them and hitting these television sets. And you can get items like speed, shoes, shields, and stuff like that. And and there are enemies in the game like Motobug, Chopper, I guess I'm saying it right, and Neutron, and other enemies. The only moves that Sonic do have are his speed and just jumping on enemies. And there's certain enemies that you can't hit because they may have spikes and stuff like that. And Dr. Robotnik is the only boss that you face in the entire game. But the thing is, you face him at the end of each zone in the boss battle, similar to how you face Bowser in Super Mario Brothers for the NES, where in the final section of each world, that's who you face. You know what I'm saying? You do have to be careful with like Sonic speed or whatever, because you can pretty much run into an enemy or hit a hazard that exists in the game because you pretty much don't see it. You know what I'm saying? So you gotta plan. You pretty much have to plan where you're going to run, when you're going to run and when not to. And you gotta plan your jumps too, even when you're running. So there's the hazards that you have to face. It's really depending on what stage you're on. Because some you have to deal with the hazards are spikes on one stage and another. You have to deal with water and stuff. And now the graphics and the level design of this game are pretty good. You know what I'm saying? I especially like the color palette to Sonic the Hedgehog. And I do like the level design for Sonic the Hedgehog because each zone is pretty much different from each other. You got like the marble zone, the green zone, all of them are different. And then to me, I feel they took their time with the level design and everything. And Sonic the Hedgehog is one of those games where it's easy to like pick up and play and everything, and it's pretty simple too. Even though it could have helped that Sonic have had some legit power ups like the Fireball, Super Mario Brothers, missiles and Metroid and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? It could have been good to see that. And the soundtrack is pretty good. I'm not gonna lie, it's just as good as any other game that I played, like Castlevania, Metroid, and all that. And it does fit the game quite nicely, in my opinion. Now, I do have some gripes with the game. It is the main one have to be is like the level design, not so much the level design. It's like the I can say it's the level design in a way don't match Sonic speed mainly because of the traps. Like I said earlier, if you're running, you can run into an enemy or run into a hazard without really like seeing it and paying attention to the enemy or hazard. You know, some might consider it nitpicking, but it is kind of like it's a gripe of mine, and it can get frustrating at times. You know, it's pretty much more over there noise more than anything else. You know, but it doesn't ruin Sonic the Hedgehog as a whole. You know what I'm saying? It's a pretty good game that is worth playing, and I would recommend it to anybody. Well, any gamer that is that haven't played this particular Sonic game, which is pretty much the first game in the franchise. You know, now with as far as the score, I definitely give it a 9 for doing things right, even though everything right, even though I have this one particular gripe, which is minor when you compare this stuff that's done right, you know. Now with that being said, I'll definitely give it an 8 out of 10. With that being said, if you like Sonic the Hedgehog as a whole, as far as the franchise, you can mention it in the comment section. If Sonic the Hedgehog for Genesis is your favorite game of all time, you can mention that too. If you like this video game review of Sonic the Hedgehog, click the thumbs up button, share it, whatever the case may be. And don't forget to subscribe. This is your boy Big Metroid Fan 12 signing off.